Percentage. Percent means per hundred how much. This is a common term which we use in our daily life. What is the percentage of your marks? How much percentage of work you have completed? How much percentage you can eat? That means if the given quantity is considered to be 100 equal parts, from that how many parts are taken? That is the idea of percent. Now we take one example. Take an apple, cut into two equal pieces. How much part each is? Yes, 1 by 2. If this apple is divided into 100 equal parts, again you cut into two equal pieces. Then each piece contains how many parts? It's 50 parts. That means if the apple is a whole, if it is divided into two parts, from two parts we are taking one. If apple is divided into 100 equal parts, if those parts we are taking 50 parts, both mean the same. That means a 1 by 2 of an apple is nothing but 50% of apple. We take another example. Among 100 apples, 50 are sold out. How much percentage of apples are sold out? Yes, it is 50%. How much part? Half part. That is half is 50%. 50% means 50 by 100. This is equal to 1 by 2. Now we take another example. If an apple is cut into 4 equal parts, then each part is 1 by 4. Now if the same apple is divided into 100 equal parts, from this 1/4 part is taken. Then how many parts you get? 25 parts. Simply we can say 1 by 4 equal to 25%. If 3 by 4th part is taken, then we have to take 75 parts. That means 3 by 4 equal to 75%. If 3 by 4th part is taken, 3 by 4 means 75%. The general idea related to percentage is, if the given quantity is considered as 100 equal parts, from that how many parts are taken? To understand this, we do some problems. What is 20% of 100? 20% of 100 means 20 parts in 100. Here we are dividing 100 into 100 parts. 20 parts in 100, which is nothing but 20. Now this is nothing but 20 by 100 into 100. This is 20. Then 30% of 100? Yes, 30 parts in 100. 30 by 100 into 100. This is 30. Then 60% of 100? Good. 60 by 100 into 100. This is 60. Then 20% of 200. 200 is divided into 100 parts. Each part is equal to 2. From that 20 parts have to be taken, which is nothing but 40. That means 20% of 200 means 20 by 100 into 200. This is equal to 40. Similarly, 30% of 200. 30 by 100 into 200. This is equal to 60. Now what is 20% of 150? This is nothing but 20 by 100 into 150. This is equal to 30. Then 30% of 150? Yes, 30 by 100 into 150. This is 45. Then 50% of 700. 50 by 100 into 700. This is 350. Now what is x percent of 100? Simply x. This is x by 100 into 100. This is equal to x. Then what is x percent of y? Yes, x by 100 into y. Now this is a general formula we use to find x percent of y. Suppose I want to find 30% of 150. In this problem, x is 30, y is 150. 30% of 150, that is x percent of y. We can take this formula, x by 100 into y, and this is equal to 30 by 100 into 150. This we get 45. Now x plus 20% as a fraction. 20% means 20 by 100. This is nothing but 1 by 5. Then what is the fraction which is equal to 30%? 30% equal to 30 by 100. This is nothing but 3 by 10. 40%, 40 by 100. This is 2 by 5. Then express 50% as a fraction. 50% means 50 by 100. This is equal to 1 by 2. Now I take another model. Increase 100 by 20%. We have to increase 100 by 20%. This is nothing but 100 plus 20% of 100. Now this is equal to 100 plus 20% of 100 means 20 by 100 into 100. How much you get? 120. If we increase 100 by 20%, then the new number is 120. Now increase 100 by 30%. This is nothing but 100 plus 30% of 100. 100 plus 30, this is 130. If we increase 100 by 30%, we get 130. Now increase 300 by 30%. That means 300 plus 30% of 300. Now this is equal to 300 plus 30 by 100 into 300. Now you get 300 plus 90, 390. Now increase 500 by 50%. 500 plus 50% of 500. This is 500 plus 50 by 100 into 500. You get 750. In general, if you ask to increase y by x%, this is nothing but y plus x by 100 into y, or this is equal to y into 1 plus x by 100. You can use this formula to increase y by x%. For example, increase 300 by 30%. In this problem, y is 300, x is 30. Therefore, to increase y by x%, we can use the formula y into 1 plus x by 100, that is 300 into 1 plus 30 by 100. On simplification, we get this is equal to 390. Increase 400 by 30%. Here y is 400, x is 30. After increasing 400 by 30%, we get 400 into 1 plus 30 by 100. We are taking this formula y into 1 plus x by 100. Now this is equal to 400 into 130 by 100. This we get 520. Now decrease 100 by 20%. We have to decrease 100 by 20%. That means 100 minus 20% of 100. This is nothing but 100 minus 20. This is equal to 80. Okay, now you decrease 100 by 30%. This is nothing but 100 minus 30% of 100. This is equal to 100 minus 30. This is equal to 70. Okay, now you decrease 200 by 40%. We have to decrease 200 by 40%. What's the number we get? 200 minus 40% of 200. Now this is equal to 200 minus 40 by 100 into 200. 200 minus 80. This is equal to 120. That means if you decrease 200 by 40%, we get 120. Now decrease 400 by 50%. This is 400 minus 50% of 400. This is equal to 400 minus 50 by 100 into 400. This is nothing but 400 minus 200. This is equal to 200. That means if you decrease 400 by 50%, we get 200. Now if you decrease y by x%, how much you get? Now this is nothing but y minus x by 100 into y. This is equal to y into 1 minus x by 100. Now this we can use as a formula. Using this, we take one example. Decrease 400 by 30%. In this, y is 400, x is 30. Now this is equal to 400 into 1 minus 30 by 100. Here we are using the formula y into 1 minus x by 100. This is nothing but 400 into 70 by 100. This we get 280. That means after decreasing 400 by 30%, we get 280. Now we take another model. Increase 100 by 20%, then decrease by 20%. First we have to increase 100 by 20%, then the resultant value has to be decreased by 20%. Now first we increase 100 by 20%. This is nothing but 100 plus 20% of 100. This is equal to 100 plus 20. Now this is equal to 120. Now you decrease 120 by 20%. After decreasing 120 by 20%, what you get? 120 minus 20% of 120. Now this is equal to 120 minus 20 by 100 into 120. Finally we get this is equal to 96. That means increasing 100 by 20%, then decreasing by 20%, we get 96. See, not again 100. If we increase 100 by 20% and decrease by 20%, we get 96, not 100. That is, if you increase a number by x percentage and the result is decreased by x percentage, we won't get the same number. We take some examples related to percentage. In a school, total number of students are 400. In that boys are 250. Then what is the percentage of girls in that school? Now what is given in our problem? The total strength of the school is 400. 250 are boys. Then how many girls are there? The number of girls is 400 minus 250. This is equal to 150. Now the percentage of girls, this is 150 by 400 into 100. Now this is equal to 37.5%. That means percentage of girls means in 400, 150 girls are there. Suppose if this 400 is considered to be 100, then how many girls will be there? If 400 is divided into 100 equal parts, then what is each part? 4. Then 150. How many 4s 150 equal to? 150 by 4. Now this is equal to 37.5%. We take another problem. In a bag, 200 marbles are there. Out of them, 20% are white, 30% are black, remaining are blue. Then how many number of white marbles are present? The total number of marbles in the bag is 200 and 20% are white. Therefore, the number of white marbles are 200 into 20 by 100. This is equal to 40. How many number of black marbles are present? The number of black marbles 30%. Therefore, this is 200 into 30 by 100. This is equal to 60. Then how many number of blue are there? The remaining are blue. The percentage of blue marbles are 100 minus 20 minus 30, that is 50. That means the number of blue marbles are 50%. Now 50% of 200 is 200 into 50 by 100. This is equal to 100. That means in our bag, the total number of marbles are 200. 40 white are there. This is 20%. 60 black are there. This is 30%. 100 blue are there. This is 50%. And we take another problem. The cost price of a watch is 600 rupees. Shop owner announces 30% discount on it. What is new price? Now what is given? The cost price is 600 rupees. 30% is discount. You know what is discount? Discount or rebate? Yes, are reducing the price. Now what is 30% of 600? This is 600 into 30 by 100. This is equal to 180. Therefore, the new price is 30% less. That means 600 minus 180. You get 420 rupees. Therefore, the new price of the watch is 420 rupees. Now we take another problem. The weight of a boy becomes 20 kg from 15 kg. What is the percentage increase in his weight? Now what is the change in weight? 20 minus 15, that is 5 kg. The weight of the boy increases by 5 kg. Now we have to find this 5 kg is how much percentage in 15. That is 5 kg out of 15 kg. Here also 15 is divided into 100 parts. Now how many parts is equal to 5 kg? Now 5 kg in 15 is 5 by 15, that is 1 by 3. And in terms of percentage, 1 by 3 into 100, this is 33.33%. We take another problem. The price of an article is 315 rupees. If the discount is 62 by 3%, then what is the new price? 62 by 3%. 62 by 3 means this is a mixed fraction. Now this is equal to 20 by 3%. And it is given the discount is 20 by 3% of 315 rupees. Now the new price is nothing but 315 minus 20 by 3% of 315. Now this is equal to 315 minus 20 by 3 into 315 by 100. Now after simplification, we get 294 rupees. We take another problem. 30% of a number is 20 more than 25% of 400. Find the number. Just understanding the problem is difficult. If you can understand this, you can do it easily. Now let us consider the number is x. Now 30% of a number, that is 30% of this number is 30 by 100 into x. Now 25% of 400. This is 25 by 100 into 400. This is 100. Now it is given that 30% of x, this is equal to 20 more than 25% of 400. That means this is equal to 20 plus 25% of 400. 30% of x is nothing but 30x by 100. This is equal to 20 plus 100. And 30x by 100 equal to 120. From this we get x is equal to 120 into 100 by 30. This is equal to 400. Therefore, the number is 400. Now what is 30% of 400? 30% of 400. This is 120. Then 25% of 400? 100. 30% of 400 is 25% of 400 plus 20. Now we take another problem. If x is 80% of y, then y is what percent of x? Now what is given? X is 80% of y. That is x is equal to 80 by 100 into y. Or simply we can write y is equal to 100x by 80. On simplification we get y equal to 5 by 4x. Now we are asked to find y is what percent of x. Now this is nothing but 5 by 4x. This is equal to 5 by 4x by x into 100. This is equal to 125%. That means y is 125% of x. Now we have to find 5 by 4x. This is y. Y equal to 5 by 4x. This is what percent of x. Therefore, the percentage of y of x, this is equal to 5 by 4x by x into 100. This is equal to 125%. Therefore, y is 125% of x. A percent of b is same as b percent of what? A percent of b means a by 100 into b. Then b percent of a means b by 100 into a. Therefore, a percent of b is same as b percent of a. Now among the following, which is smallest? 33 1 by 3%, 5 by 18, 34%. 33 1 by 3%. This is nothing but 100 by 3%. Now this is equal to 100 by 3 into 100. This we can write 1 by 3. If we convert this into decimal, this is equal to 0.33. Similarly, 5 by 80. This is equal to 0.27. 34%. This is 34 by 100. This is equal to 0.34. Now among these three, 0.33, 0.27, 0.34, all are in decimals. Which is smaller? Yes, 0.27 is smaller. Therefore, 5 by 18 is smaller among these three. Now we take another model. If 125 is 25% more than 100, then 100 is how much percent less by 125? Now what is given in our problem? 125 is 25% more than 100. Now what is the difference between 125 and 100? That is 25. That means 100 is less by 25 than 125. Now what percentage is 25 in 125? 25 is what percent of 125? Now this is nothing but 25 by 125 into 100. This is equal to 20%. 25 is 20% of 125. Therefore, 100 is 20% less by 125. We take another problem. 300 is how much percent more than 200? Now 300 is 100 more than 200. Now 100 is how much percent of 200? This is 100 by 200 into 100. This is equal to 50%. Therefore, 300 is 50% more than 200. Now 200 is less by 100 than 300. Now 100 is how much percent of 300? This is 100 by 300 into 100. This is equal to 33.33%. Therefore, 200 is less by 33.33% than 300. That means if A exceeds B by X%, then B is how much shorter by A? Now what is given? A exceeds B by X%. That means A equal to B plus X by 100 into B. This is equal to B into 1 plus X by 100. Now the difference between A and B is A minus B. This is equal to B into 1 plus X by 100. This is A minus B. Now this is equal to XB by 100. The percentage of XB by 100 in A is XB by 100 divided by B into 100 plus X by 100 into 100. Now this we get 100x by 100 plus X percent. That means if A exceeds B by X%, then B is how much shorter by A? Means it is 100x by 100 plus X%. We take one problem. If 300 is 50% more than 200, then 200 is how much short by 300? In this problem, A is 300, X is 50, B is 200. Therefore, 200 is short by 300 by how much percent? This can be found using the formula 100x by 100 plus X%. Here X is 50. This is equal to 100 into 50 by 100 plus 50%. Now this is equal to 100 by 3, 33.33%. We take another problem. If 500 is 25% more than 400, then 400 is how much short by 500? Here A is 500, X is 25, B is 400. Now 400 is short by 500 by how much percent? For this we can apply this formula 100x by 100 plus X. Here X is 25. Now this is equal to 100 into 25 by 100 plus 25. On simplification we get this is 20%. Now we take another model. If A is short of B by X%, then B exceeds A by how much percent? Now what is given? A is short of B by X%. That means A equal to B minus XB by 100. Now the difference between B and A is B minus A equal to B minus B plus XB by 100. This is equal to XB by 100. Now XB by 100 is how much percentage of A? A is nothing but B minus XB by 100. Now this is xb by 100 divided by 100b minus bx by 100 into 100. Now on simplification we get this is equal to 100x by 100 minus x%. Now related to this we take one example. If 400 is short by 20%, then 500. Then 500 exceeds 400 by how much? In this problem, A is 400, B is 500, X is 20%. To find 500 exceeds by 400 how much percent? We can use this formula 100x by 100 minus x. Now this is equal to 100 into 20 by 100 minus 20. On simplification we get this is equal to 25%. We take another problem. If 600 is shorter by 25%, then 800. Then 800 exceeds 600 by how much percent? In this problem, A is 600, B is 800, X is equal to 25. Now 800 exceeds 600 by how much percent? For this we can use this formula 100x by 100 minus x and substituting x is equal to 25. Now we get this is equal to 100 into 25 by 75. Now this is equal to 33.33%.